This is the plaintiff, Kimla Ferguson. She says she lived in the defendant's rental property for 2 long years, and when she moved out, he took it upon himself to go into her apartment when she was out, pack up her stuff, and take it. The defendant's simply a mean person. She wants the value of her stolen property returned, and she's suing for $4,000, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Mose Mendenhall. He says the cops busted into the plaintiff's apartment looking for drugs. And once he saw how the plaintiff and her boyfriend were living, well, he was shocked. They were living worse than pigs would live in a muddy pig pen. As far as her leftover junk, the plaintiff told him to throw the stuff out, probably because she knew she was going to make up this bogus lawsuit. He's accused of being light-fingered. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,029 for damages.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kimla Ferguson, you are suing Mose Mendenhall for $4,000 that you say he owes you damages to your items. He's your former landlord. You have a counterclaim against her for $2,029 in damages. Tell me what happened.
Well, the day of March 17th, the police had came in an apartment because I guess there was an investigation on my son's father, but he don't live there.
And there was an investigation of whom?
On my son's father.
For what?
I guess they thought that he was selling drugs.
Okay, in your complaint you say the guy who lives upstairs was selling drugs. What's that?
Right.
Who was the guy who lives upstairs? Your son's father who you were living with?
No, the people that live upstairs do drugs, and it was a guy that be up there selling drugs.
Okay,
so
but that's not who the warrant was. Did the police execute a warrant? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay, like, as in with the they ram down the door, they break the windows. Tell me about that.
They came in through the doors, they knocked the doors off the hinges, and they was looking for drugs.
Were you there?
Right, me and my son. They didn't find any drugs in the apartment at all.
How old's your son?
He's 3.
And they were in there looking for your boyfriend?
Yes, they thought that he was in some type of activity, but me and him wasn't together.
They didn't find any drugs. What did they find?
Nothing.
Is there a police report about what happened?
Yes, it is.
Can I see it? And so what happened?
So after they did that, the net office came in. They went into the basement, and the basement, I guess, was flooded, and they couldn't go down there, so they looked at the violations and said that we could not stay there anymore because there was too many violations on the property.
Okay, you're at Section 8?
No, DSS.
What is that? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, yes, it's Department of Social Services.
Okay, they pay how much of your apartment?
$475.
Is that the whole rent, or is that?
The whole rent.
Okay, so they pay, so you don't pay rent, the Department of Social Services pays the rent for you.
Correct.
And when the police see the condition that the place is in, what does the condition the place is in mean?
I guess the outside of the roof was deteriorated. The basement was flooded. Outside, he had damages outside, missing gutters, stuff like that. I have the report right here.
Yeah, can I see it?
Yes.
So they tell you you can't stay there, and then what happened?
2 days later, I had got a phone call from...
Where'd you go?
Where I had to go to live with this man named Dave. He's a family friend.
Okay, and
right.
with your child?
With my child.
Okay, and then what?
Right. 2 days later, I had a phone call from Ebony Griner stating that she saw the landlord throwing my stuff out. And I came through and I seen Moses and another man in there go by the name of Josh bagging all my stuff up and just throwing it away.
Okay.
And when I got there, it was stuff already out on the street. People was already going through it. The front door was wide open.
This was how long after the night of the drug raid?
2 days later.
All right, so then you hear this, so you go over there. Do you have a conversation with your landlord?
Right. All he just kept saying is he just want me out. He want me out. He was upset about the drug bust, of course.
What happened from your perspective?
Okay, on March 16th, the morning of March 16th, I got a call from the Genesee Net office stating that the night of the 15th, the house had been busted for drugs. So I left, I went by the house, I didn't go in, I just walked around the house, I seen all the 5 broken windows, and then the next morning, me and Mr. Graham went there. I mean, the net office told me I could go in, but she couldn't come in unless I notify her or she notified me.
Okay.
So on the 17th...
So you go in, and what do you do?
No, on the 17th I went in. And when I walked in, oh, my God, it was such a mess. Took pictures.
Okay, do you have the pictures?
I have the pictures.
Can I see the pictures themselves? Okay, this is a picture of the windows that were
Right, the broken
busted
windows.
up by the police. Why did they have to bust up the windows?
Matter of fact, I asked a police officer that once, and he said reason why they do that, just in case somebody try to jump out the window, they won't jump out that window with that broken glass.
So they have different officers at different spots, and everybody breaks a window at the same time. No, I'm serious. That's what's done.
I haven't.
That's how it's done, so that the suspects don't leave.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, I'm looking at the police report. I observed a plastic baggie cut open on a TV in the bedroom with what appeared to be crack residue on the dresser. I observed a large quantity of glassine envelopes used to package crack. Okay, now, is this mess because of the police search, or is it because of the way she lived, or?
No, ma'am.
That's sort of hard to say.
That's the way she lived. The police didn't. The police don't. I mean, the police do damage a lot of time, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Did anybody end up getting arrested?
No, because
not even for the paraphernalia?
No, because that was it. That's not for that.
What's that not for that? What does that mean?
I mean, I would have went to jail. Like, they didn't find anything in my apartment.
What's that's not for that mean?
I mean,
what are the glassine envelopes for? For what?
Nothing.
No, they're for something.
Buttons.
That's not
earrings,
for that. What are they for? Earrings?
Earrings, buttons, stuff like that. But that's what I think.
Yeah? Does your boyfriend deal in earrings?
No.
No? You have 20 pairs of earrings you were putting in 20 little glassine envelopes? Do I look stupid?
No.
Because I'm not. I used to be a prosecutor for many years. And even if I hadn't been, I know what they're for. I know what the glassine envelopes are for. Okay? Everybody got lucky, and apparently the police didn't charge anybody. But that's paraphernalia that you could have been charged with. It's not as serious as finding the actual crack that goes in it, because then we wouldn't be having this discussion. Did they take your kid away this day?
No.
Short and sweet, was this woman dealing drugs?
Absolutely. Why else would there be crack there if she's not dealing crack?
Just a residue crack. What do you think? Dealing drugs?
If she wasn't doing drugs, those envelopes wouldn't be there.
That seems to be compelling. Final word.
Yes, she was doing drugs.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Now, according to you, she comes in while you're looking at going through stuff and says what to you?
I asked her, I said, what do you want out of here? The picture you see there with the green chair,
Yeah.
she took those 2 green chairs and those bags there, put some stuff in those bags.
Did she end up taking that?
Not that day.
Okay.
But anyway, she put that stuff in. I told her she could leave it in the small bedroom. She left it in the small bedroom. I asked her, I said, when you coming back and get it? She said, I'll be back tomorrow. I never seen her again till the 8th of April. The 8th of April, me and my cousin was there working. She came there, she went in the room, and she started getting some things out of the bag. So I asked her, I said, you gonna take all of your stuff? She said, no, I'm just gonna take a few things and you can throw out the rest because you're gonna pay for it anyway.
Okay, do you have an affidavit from the gentleman who was there with you at the time?
Right.
Let me see that. And according to you, you have damages based on either the way she kept it, they kept it, or the police raid, because you now have to replace all those windows, replace all those doors, and you have damages to the extent of, which I think is sort of low, $2,029.
Yeah, I had to...
2 entrance doors, 3 pieces of carpet, 2 pieces of linoleum, 5 broken windows, 5 gallons of paint. I think you're undercutting yourself, frankly, on that. $2,029 worth of damage. And you want $4,000 for the stuff that you say he destroyed. He says he told you, take what you want. You say that's not true.
That's not true.
When you were there, you're there. Why don't you call the police there and talk about it?
I did call the police, but I didn't make a police report. He called the police.
Do you have any proof you called the police?
No.
Okay.
And he called the police as well, because when I got there...
And then you start taking stuff. Do you take any stuff?
No, when I got... No, when I got
Did you take the green chairs?
No.
Did she take the green chairs?
She didn't take the green chairs on the 8th. She just took some things.
Did she ever take the green chairs?
Oh, yes, she did.
Okay, did you see her take them?
I seen them. Yeah, I was there.
Okay,
yeah.
so you say you didn't take the chairs and the stuff that was put aside. He's got an affidavit from the person who was with him that says that he went with him to go clean up because of the disaster that had happened, that you weren't there. They go back to the apartment. 15 minutes later, you showed up, and he says to you, what do you want? Take what you want. And you put some things in the small bedroom. Did you get everything you need? and that your answer to him was, yes, I don't want anything else, you could throw out everything else.
Not
According
true.
to you, the answer is, yeah, I'll just sue you for everything else.
No.
You say you have $4,000 worth of stuff that you didn't move from there.
Right.
$4,000 worth of stuff.
That's everything that I own since my first apartment.
I just have a question for you. When you're there and the stuff is there and he's there, and it's not outside. It's there.
It wasn't outside.
It's there. No, it's not outside yet. You testified it's the next day and you walk over there and they're in the process of bagging stuff. So why don't you then start taking your stuff out? Why don't you take, why don't you take one thing out?
Because it was gone when I got there.
Oh, the place was empty when you got there?
Yes, both of my bedrooms were gone.
Everything was empty. There
Yes.
was nothing
Officer
there.
LeVay-
He was not bagging anything. Everything was gone when you went there.
Yes, and
yes,
the
that
stuff-
is as true as
the
you have
stuff was
glassine
bad.
envelopes there for your earrings. You have now lost all of your credibility with me because of the way that you have just contradicted yourself. I don't believe you. I don't believe you on the value of it. This man is now out thanks to the activity that is going on there. I'm surprised they didn't take your kid away. I'm surprised that nobody got arrested, at least for the paraphernalia. And now he is out and he has to eat $2,000 in damages to the place that he has to fix, and you think I'm going to tell him to pay you $4,000?
But
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be happening. And as for the damages that you have on your place, he is entitled to sue either you or your boyfriend, either one of you, because you're the two grown-ups who are living in the place that there was a search warrant executed on. He can do, and you're both listed on the execution of the search warrant. And so he has chosen to counterclaim on you because you sued him. So now he wants $2,029 in damages, and I am going to order you to pay them to him. And you can go ahead and tell your boyfriend that he has to foot all or half of that bill. That's how it's going to work. Verdict for the defendant.
Here's the thing, you can listen to this plaintiff for as long as you want, but bottom line, I hope that the Department of Children and Family Services, in this case, launches a full investigation, and quickly.